Hello there, this is forexbrokers.net, and we move on with the last two videos, part of the flat patterns. We've discussed so far the generalities of a flat, what makes a flat, a corrective wave for wave A, a corrective structure for the B wave. B wave must retrace more than 61.8 out of wave A and end into that area, and an impulsive wave for the C wave that can be either terminal or classic. In a flat pattern, there is no proportion that defines the number of times a classic impulsive move forms or a terminal impulsive move. I would say that it is equal with, in the FX market, with an emphasis, or with a terminal impulsive move probably forming more often than a classic one. And then the length of the B wave, the more it retraces into the territory of wave A, then we have three categories of flats, and in each category there are three flats depending on the length of the C wave in relation to the length of the B wave. So when C wave fails to fully retrace the B wave, it is called a failure. In this case it is a flat with a double failure. In this case it is a flat with a C failure. In this case it is a flat with an irregular failure. If the C wave fully retraces the B wave, but not much more than 123.6 or 138.2, there are three different types of flats. This is called a flat with a B failure, because only the B wave fails to retrace more than 80%. This is called a common flat, and this is called an irregular flat. And finally, the object or the subject of this analysis, when the C wave extends more than 161.8 when compared to the length of the B wave, it is said that the market forms an elongated flat. And an elongated flat is a pattern common in all three categories. This will be one category. When the B wave retraces between 61.8 and 80, this is the elongated flat. When the B wave retraces between 80% and 100% of wave A, this is the elongated flat, the C wave of the elongated flat. And when the B wave retraces between 100% and 161.8, this is also called an elongated flat, as the C wave goes much stronger. The reason why I want to put an emphasis on the elongated flat pattern is that it is often forming as the entire leg of a contracting triangle or part of a leg of a contracting triangle. For instance, as you can see here, the euro US dollar formed contracting triangle A, B, C, D, E before breaking higher. As an elongated flat pattern, mostly it forms as the leg or one leg of a contracting triangle. For instance, it could be a wave B. The elongated flat may be A, B, and then the C wave all the way to complete the B wave, the entire leg of a triangle. Or it may be part of a leg of a contracting triangle. So you might have an A, B, C, an X wave, and then the second part of the leg of a triangle. So whenever you see that the market forms an elongated pattern, think of a contracting triangle. Why not of an expanding triangle? Because expanding triangles are quite rare when compared with contracting ones. This is an elongated flat on the euro and the US dollar pair. By the time that this triangle ended, the market formed a wave A. We see that this is a corrective wave. There is no impulsive characteristic here. A B wave that retraces more than 61.8. In this case, a B wave that retraces, I would say, between 61.8 and 80. And then the C wave that far exceeds the length of the B wave. If we measure the length of the B wave and we take 161.8 out of it, which is the minimum distance for the C wave to travel in order for the flat to be elongated, and then we take it and project it from the moment that the B wave ends, we see that this was the minimum distance that the market should travel in order for the pair to make an elongated pattern. Also, what's important to note, or as a side note, in an elongated flat, the time that it takes for the C wave, or the waves of the flat A, B, C, usually relate, which is not mandatory, but usually relate in time. They have a time component, in the sense that if wave A and B take a certain amount of time, the C wave usually takes the same amount of time. So if we measure the time that it took for waves A and B together and project that time on the right side of the chart, we see that the C wave exceeds 161.8 out of the B wave, and just before the time expired, the impulsive wave ended, giving us the end of this elongated flat. So we do have an elongated flat now. So in terms of Elliott waves, what does it mean? Well, as I mentioned earlier, an elongated flat appears either as the entire leg of a contracting triangle or part of a leg of a contracting triangle. In relation to this move that the euro US dollar made all the way from 1.25 to 1.07, if this is a wave A of a triangle, then this cannot be the B wave of a triangle, the one that you see here, for the simple reason that it's too short. Usually the B wave retraces towards beyond 61.8 of wave A. In other words, the chances are that this is nothing but part of a leg of a contracting triangle. So an ABC, and now the market waits for an X wave to form moving forward. The X wave can be a small X wave, and then it implies that we will have a complex correction with a small X wave, like a double combination or triple combination most likely, or a double flat, why not? Or it could be a complex correction with a large X wave, and meaning that the X wave should retrace beyond 61.8 of this elongated flat before anything. But all in all, because the time element confirmed the elongated flat and the C wave retraced more than here, we are in this category, the C wave exceeded 161.8 of the B wave, this is an elongated flat, and we know with certainty that the euro US dollar formed this flat as part of a leg of a contracting triangle visible on the bigger time frames. This is the power of the Elliott waves. Bye bye.